Good morning, everyone. Today we're gonna make a slight modification to our 15-passenger van. In all of our other vans, we've had pockets on the backs of the seats, and these seats, no pockets. No pockets on the back of any of the chairs. And that's not a huge deal, except we tend to bring stuff into the car to entertain us on longer drives and things like that, and then those things end up staying in the car, and the car ends up looking like this. So to alleviate clutter but still remain entertained, we're going to put some pockets. We're going to try some new ones out on the backs of these chairs, see what works and what doesn't. And to help me out with this little project, I have
me.
Parker, you normally sit in this seat right here most of the time next to Teddy, and you already have kind of a little pocket, like there's a little pocket right there, but we can put one on the back of this. Is this the one you want? Because there's different kinds.
Oh wait, there is?
Yeah, have you like made a decision? Is this the one?
Oh.
So there's this one that has a little bit more like depth to it, I think. What do you think? And it's got a little tissue box. You can go, achoo! And then throw this up at us.
Tissue box and it attaches to it.
Oh, so we've got another tissue box scenario here. Okay, well, what do you think? Which one do you prefer?
I think probably this one because you can put like cup holder.
Oh yeah.
It's like a cup.
Yeah, you don't have a cup holder up here. The other kids have cup holders. There's a cup holder right there, but Parker doesn't have one next to his seat. So that's a good call. What is this meant to do?
So you see how this has a top one to connect this?
Right,
and then
but
it has a bottom one?
But what is this? Like that doesn't snap in anything. What does it do?
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna do a little Boy Scout thinking here real quick. See if I can figure this out. All right, so this one's in place now. We got it tied down here. Looking good. Happy with that? Okay. And this one's gonna be primarily for you.
Yeah. This is an iPad holder.
But he's not gonna use an iPad.
Maybe he will. Maybe he'll do something like...
He's not gonna watch movies or play games.
No. Not watching movies or playing games, but like...
He'll read articles.
Read articles. He does stop motion.
Okay, how are we gonna connect the bottom part though? We go around the leg of the chair down there, do you think?
Okay. Yeah, sure. These ones are easier because they...
Oh yeah, we don't have to deal with tying them at all. Boy, I'm sure glad you're doing this. That is too small a space for me. I'd get stuck.
What? What's on this?
Oh, a sock.
My sock.
And a latte. If you're watching this with a dog, they're probably very confused right now. Sorry about that.
I need to go to the other side to grab it. Oh, we got it.
Okay. What are we trying to do here?
Oh, wait. We could do that. Too. Maybe. Good. Put it.
You want some help?
I don't think this is how this is supposed to go.
How's it supposed to go then?
Okay, it clipped.
Yeah, it looks a little... You think it's supposed to go around the sides of the seat? Maybe we should just put them on the backs of these guys.
Okay.
Or wait, I have an idea.
Okay.
This is a wild idea.
What?
All right, I think we figured something out. We couldn't do it on this bank of seats here because there's 1, 2, 3 seats and they're all connected. There's no seam at all. And these things need to go around the seat and buckle in. And the buckles were not long enough. So we had 2 of them and we sort of daisy chained them together. Let me get into the back here. Oh. Okay, all right. Okay, so we clipped this one to that one down here, and then we made this strap as long as we could, and it's going around both of these chairs and connecting to that one over there. And Parker is tightening it up right now and buckling it back in. This seat right here is where Duncan usually sits, so he'll have an organizer And if someone sits next to Duncan, they'll have an organizer. And these seats should be fine too. These single, I think they're called pilot seats, or I think they're called pilot seats. I'm not sure what these single seats are called. I think there's a name for them and I'm forgetting it right now. It's not ejector seat.
The parachute flying out of the earth seat.
Parachute flying out of the earth seat. Thank you. I totally blanked on that one for a moment. But we should be able to put one on here, and then we've got to figure out something else for these ones if we want. We wanted every kid to have an organizer. We only bought 3 because we thought something like this might happen where they don't quite fit this particular van, because these single seats are thinner than a regular seat. The double seats obviously are wider, and the triple seats are like really wide. So we have to figure out a solution for each of these.
We should get 3 of these for this.
3 of these, but the strap won't go around all 3. So we need to get maybe like an extender strap or something.
Oh yeah.
So there we go. Now we've got 2 here. This should be a little tighter, but we can't get any tighter than that with this strap. This strap doesn't tighten at all. So we could maybe stitch it together or something if we wanted to get real serious about it. And you might have noticed I've got a little bandage on me. I did some more blood work today to try and figure out this hives thing. My doctor found something in one of the samples that I gave him, and he wanted to do extensive other testing. So I went in and got some blood drawn. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling like pretty good, maybe a little tired. My hives are still here, they still itch, but today is like a pretty good day, pretty okay. Yeah, I got some hives, but they're not too bad. It's okay. I can live with this. I've had worse. Let's just put it that way. And really exciting news is the work is moving right along at the other house, and I think we're gonna go over there and talk to the contractors and make some decisions on some shelf placements and drawers and like where things are going in the kitchen that they're basically rebuilding. It's pretty exciting stuff.
I added the tissue thingy.
Oh, it's just a dangly tissue thingy?
Mm-hmm.
Does it attach to this side too?
Nope.
No? There's not a, it's just a dangler. Just a little dangler. You could probably just dangle that off of here and then this person would at least get a tissue. No?
No, you can't.
We could pull this off.
Oh yeah, we could. Yep.
Here, you squeeze those, and I'll pull up on this. There we go. Right. Does it fit? So now this person, they just get tissues. Other people get like the full setup. This person just gets a box of tissues.
And no one really sits right here, so.
If they do sit here, they'll be rewarded with
tissues.
A supply of tissues.
Okay, so I wanted to give a little update about where we're at with the house, because we're about to go over there and meet with the contractors, and I think I'm gonna be able to give you like a little sneak peek of what's been going on. It's wild because up until last week, we had not yet gotten the money from the insurance to pay for everything that's going on, so it was all kind of at a standstill. I didn't know that that would take so long, like in general. We were warned at the beginning of this process, but I mean like before any of this. I didn't know that that was a big part of the beginning of something like this going on. Basically, the insurance has been sending in people to look at our house, assess our house, figure out what happened, why it happened, make sure that it was definitely like a covered incident, and also figure out all the things that they were responsible for. And then we're learning now the things that we will need to be covering. Things like knobs and pulls, kitchen sink, faucet, any sort of appliances. That's all stuff that if we're going to change it from our previous kitchen, bring in new ones, we need to pay for that. So like the garbage disposal, everybody's like, you definitely need a new one of those. Yours is old anyway, so get one now. So there are all these like little expenses that I wasn't thinking we were going to be doing, but I want to do them, and we can-ish do them. I'm saying that we can. It's my birthday in a couple weeks, and it was Christmas birthday a couple weeks ago, so we're just gonna do it. But yeah, I know it's a little irresponsible, but like now is the time to do it, because now is the time that our kitchen is all torn up and we're rebuilding a kitchen. We need to cover all those expenses, which I'm mentioning because I'm hoping that this is educational for anybody out there who is a homeowner or who wants to be a homeowner someday. I'm learning a lot about what is actually like an insured thing and what isn't. That's been really interesting to me. And in the past, if this same thing had happened to us and we had wanted to make those changes, like even 1 or 2 of those changes, it would have been very difficult financially. So I wanted to make sure that we're helping prepare others out there. But we're about to go to the kitchen right now, and the people have been so hard at work this week. They've done so much. Like, it's gone incredibly fast compared to the last 2 months, which has been a lot of slowness. It's wild how much work has been done. I'm so excited about it. I'm so nervous about it. I'm so anxious about like me as a designer, because that's something I don't identify as, but I am trying so hard to learn. And I also know that I'm like inadequate, but I'm trying to come to terms with that and be like, okay, I can just do this. And I'm gonna do my best, and it's not gonna look amazing. So don't like, don't compare me to amazing and interior designers and like fancy YouTube people. Like, I'm just a regular human who has no design sense at all, but kind of like knows what I want. Please don't judge me too hard, because I'm trying so hard, but I also know that there's like areas where, do you know how many whites there are for things? Like, I'm like, I want a white kitchen, and they're like, okay, here's 100 whites. Like, which one, what's the right one? I don't know. I don't know what the right, but I'm gonna try. I wouldn't even know, like when you paint swatches and stuff, I wouldn't be able to go like, there's the one. That's all a mystery to me, and it always has been, but I'm gonna try my best. And I am very excited, but I'm very scared. So bear with me. I'm in this very anxious time, and I know once we get past it, it's just gonna be very nice and peaceful and wonderful. But right now I'm a ball of just like worry. Like, I'm like, oh, should the drawer have been 22 inches instead of 21? There are all these decisions. I don't know. That's where I'm at. But there's also a lot of good stuff going on with it. So let's go check it out. Let's go over there. It's gonna be great. There's so many cool things happening. So I'll show you what I can. There are people working, and I wanna respect that. So we will kind of sneak in some shots, but I'm very excited. So let's go check it out. So exciting. I want to show you my plan really quick for this area. So our original kitchen layout had a refrigerator with a little coffee bar next to it that was kind of small, and it had some pullouts where we stored some heavier appliances underneath, and our kid plates and drawers. So we tried to move that area into our main dining area, where we also had like kid crafts and school stuff. And we've never had a pantry before, so this is going to serve as pantry as well. So let me show you what it looks like so far. So this area is going to be pullouts with school stuff, and this whole zone, which was these guys right here, is going away. This area is going to be a coffee bar. So we're moving Christopher's coffee maker over to here on a countertop that's going to match the kitchen. We knocked out the other coffee thing. We're gonna push the refrigerator into that space and have another sort of pantry, but also microwave space, because we're going to have an actual hood now instead of the microwave hood that we had, which ended up getting us in a lot of like smoke fire alarm combo incidences with cooking. It just doesn't suck up enough of the smokiness that that ourselves and our children make while cooking. And now we're going to have this bank of drawers for like my tea and like maybe pencils and school stuff. It's gonna be split, where this is school and crafts and kid things, and this is going to be coffee bar, tea stuff. And then this is going to be a pantry space over here. So that area is going to be bench seating, and we're going to have a little table in front of it. And the bench seating has a lot of storage in it, which is great. And then around it, there are these sort of small cabinets that I think are going to perfectly fit things like our water bottles, because kid water bottles and lunch boxes are like a real storage issue for us. And I'm so excited to have like a table with bench seating there, because I have this image of like playing games or the kids doing their schoolwork, just sitting around the table, and then sitting around the peninsula area that will have seating now as well. It's like really exciting, and I love that they're using just really beautiful high quality wood, and everything's custom, and they're just doing such a nice job. So we're very, very excited about everything. as we stand in this empty wild house. Oh my goodness. What's your favorite part so far?
It's great. I don't know. I think the part in the kitchen, it was pretty great.
Which part? The bench seating?
Yeah, the bench seating.
Yeah, it's great. I can't wait to use that with you. It's gonna be so fun.
I know. I'm confused about that area though.
Yeah, what do you...
Wait, so is there gonna be seating over there for this table?
Our dining table will come here. Yeah, it'll be a little sooner and it'll expand a little bit more into the living room, but I think it'll be worth it.
And then there'll be seats right here too?
Probably not usually. Like, we probably won't have a lot of seating right there. Why? What are you thinking?
I just wanted to know, so the table will start like right here?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep.
Because like, it needs to be big enough for someone to walk through and for this to be.
Very clever planning, Parker. I love that you're thinking about this stuff. Yeah, so we want to have proper space, so it's going to have to start here. The table's going to go a little bit more into our dining room than we're used to. There's going to be a lot more space on the sides. Like, we used to have furniture back there, and then there was a changing table over here. So it was like the table had a lot on the sides, and now it has more on the ends.
So one of the things Jessica decided that we should do, which is such a good idea, is whenever we come back to the house to collect mail and check on the work, we go into one of the rooms and we do a little decluttering. We're doing some donating and making sure everything has a place. So when we come back to the house, not only are we coming back to a beautiful downstairs area, our rooms also feel nice to be in, and we're just generally feeling like we're coming in at a clean slate. So right now, I think they're doing a puzzle.
Yeah, it's so neat because we can get into these details that a lot of the time we just don't have time for, because we'll clean a room and then by the next day it's being used and the kids like make a mess of it. And so then all we're doing is like cleaning up that surface stuff again. And as much as we try to do like deep dives of the things, they don't really get as much attention. So right now, Parker and I are going through a puzzle and making sure it has all of its pieces, and we're in peace. Like, Parker's the only kid here right now, so we're going to do a puzzle check. And right now, this is just a 100 piecer, so it'll take us hopefully not too long. And we do little things like this every time we come here, and kind of like narrow things down and quality control, as you will. But I think this has been going really well. I think the kids are really happy about it. I don't know that like visually anybody could really notice except for us at this point. Like, it still looks a bit chaotic and messy and definitely like loved and lived in, but I know that this is going to be very helpful, and I also know that we're earlier in the process, and like down the line we might even get even further with it and actually make it visually appealing too. But I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, that might be a bit of the goal, but it's never the absolute expectation, because I want my kids to have places where they have fun and that they like can live in them. I also want them to learn to be clean and to have good habits, but I don't want to go too far in either direction that they don't like get a little bit of both things. You know, I want them to be clean people, but I want them to also be like fun people who embrace their own personality and interests.
Parker, Jacob, and Duncan share a room, and this is their walk-in closet, which is where they keep all their toys and stuff. Speaking of creativity, here's the Iron Man suit, takes up a couple shelves here, but this is actually feeling really nice in here right now. It was super cramped. You couldn't walk in completely because they had like costumes all over the floor and stuff, but now you can see the floor is pretty clear. It's clear everywhere. There's not like a shelf spot, and all the stuff is inside of little baskets. The costumes, oh, this is the stuffed animal bin. This is the costume bin down here. One of the tough things is that we love games, we love puzzles, and we love building Lego and models and stuff like that. So like Jacob will have a big extensive build, which took him a long time, and he's really proud of it. And he wants to keep it built and put somewhere and not dismantled into a Lego table, because out here he does have a Lego table that have drawers that have Lego pieces in them,
and he keeps it very well organized. And it's not just Jacob. Like, Parker loves playing with the Lego, so does Duncan and Bailey, but this has been like a life's work of progress. So Jacob asked for Lego stuff every birthday, every Christmas, and now the other siblings do as well. So it's just accumulated, and he loves it all so much. But he does take care of it. It's just a lot to take care of. Like, it's a lot for any human, let alone 3 young boys to like take care of.
Yeah, the loose bricks are in here, but they're all color coded. They do a good job keeping them all color coded, but they also have completed builds that they want to display and show people and play with their friends when they come over. So like this one's actually Parker's. It's the Home Alone house, and then look at this huge build from Jacob.
And me.
All this, yeah, you helped with that one as well?
Yeah, we split the money, so.
You guys worked together to pay for that one?
Yeah.
And there's like the Death Star that they break like 30 times in the Spider-Man movies, and lots of other things. Like there's just
a Death Star in Spider-Man? I'm so confused.
Yeah, they break this particular Lego set multiple times in the Lego movies.
Yeah,
I
not the Lego.
No idea what you're talking about. I was like,
Spider-Man
I think I know a little bit more about Star Wars and Spider-Man than you. I felt very proud for a second, and then you're like.
No, I think they broke it on screen at least twice. Anyway, so there's a lot of Lego, and then the whole top row of this is board games. We love board games. Jessica and I were vice presidents of...
No, we were co-presidents.
Co-presidents? Is that what it was? I think we were co-vice presidents of the college game club, board game club at our school. So...
And it's on Friday nights!
Friday nights, yeah.
So that's how you know you're cool.
Yeah, Friday nights in one of the math classrooms we'd meet and play board games. And some of the games that we played then, we still have, like this one, Who, What, Where. I think we started playing while we were there. Let's see. 25 Words or Less. That was a classic. We played that one a lot. Smarty Party, our favorite trivia game. It has Smarty Pants. That's the funnest like trivia game. I wish they'd update it because the questions are a little dated, but it's a really fun game. It kind of like evens the playing field. Even if you're playing with a bunch of really smart trivia people, you can still play and feel like you're getting somewhere on the board. It's fun. And then we've also, we've collected lots of different forms of Pandemic, lots of different forms of Catan, Ticket to Ride, and our collection of Wentworth wooden puzzles are right here. I love it in the comment section when people get excited when they see a game that they play with their family. So if you did see something up here that you do play, be sure to tell us about it in the comment section. I love reading that. And if you see that something's missing that you think we should have, we love getting recommendations as well.
Oh no!